Hello, my name is Leroy Blevins. Welcome to Mysteries and Histories. In this episode here, what we're going to do is we're going to make a part two to Jack Ruby. Uh, I didn't want to make a part two. I just wanted to make the one and that was it. But I started getting a lot of feedback and a lot of emails and stuff saying I'm giving this information out. It's false information I'm giving out. Read this person's book or that person's book. I've read all their books, okay, and it doesn't matter because what I do is I base my research on facts, not a story that's told, okay. Now, first off, let me say excuse me because my allergies are acting up and it got real hot today for once, and it was cold for the past few days. Finally got warm, finally got hot. Now the allergies are kicking in bad, so I just want to apologize if I end up sneezing or whatever. But anyway, back to the story. Now, I was getting a lot of flack for this because of that Jack Ruby video I posted. Well, for years, I had a copy of Jack Ruby's deathbed confession. Okay. Now, a lot of people don't know he did a deathbed confession, but he did. The confession was done by his attorney, Jack Ruby's attorney, and his brother, Jack Ruby's brother, was there as well, I guess as a witness as well, that, was there when they did this deathbed confession. Okay. Now, instead of me playing the recordings, what I did was I looked for a website because I seen it some time back. Because the only reason why I want to pull up this website, and I'm going to leave this website in the description down below, is because I recommend everybody to go view that if they want to know more about Jack Ruby and stuff, because on this website I'm going to point out a few things and a few facts, but if you want to go over the whole thing, you can, like I said, go to that website that's going to be in the description down below. Go on that website, you can go over it word for word, detail for detail, and there's a small part in there where they'll play some of the deathbed confessions on there too, which I'll point that out as we go along. But I'm going to point a few facts out, okay, about Jack Ruby and Oswald and what really took place there that day and everything else, so we could put this to rest. Okay, we're going to put this stuff to rest so we don't have to worry about it no more, because like I said in some other videos and stuff, I always have to, in my research, I always have to prove myself. I feel like I shouldn't have to prove myself, but when it comes to my research, I have to keep on proving myself, because other researchers don't have to do this, but I do, okay? And the reason why I have to go through all this is because I'm showing facts. I'm showing evidence and everything else that they don't have, but I have it, so they're going to try and either break me down or make me keep on pushing and pushing and pushing. Well, I could take some pushing, but I also could push back as well, but, that's not the case. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up this website, which is right here. Okay, this is called Jack Ruby's Deathbed Interview. Okay, right here, you're going to be able to hear some of the deathbed confession on audio that they have. This is parts from this interview here. And as you see, there was a lot of questions that was asked and a lot of things was answered. But there's certain things I'm just going to point out. And like I said, if you want to, the description down below is going to have this website. You can go over there and look through the whole thing yourself, But anyway, we're going to start now, okay? According to Western Union records, okay, Jack Ruby went ahead and on his records from Western Union, when he sent the money out, the stamp on it was at 11:17 a.m. in the morning. Now, when Jack Ruby shot Oswald was at 11:21. So from the Western Union to the time Jack Ruby shot Oswald was 4 minutes exact. 4 minutes. Okay. Now, does this sound like somebody was planning to assassinate somebody? They only give themselves 4 minutes. So anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through a few of these questions and give a few of these answers that was done by Jack Ruby. Okay, the question is, did you walk slowly? Jack Ruby answers, I walked at a normal pace. Question again, you did not rush? Jack Ruby, no. Then he goes in and recognizes, did you see anybody? Did you recognize? He starts talking about, yeah, Lieutenant Sam. Pierce and stuff. But like I said, we're just going to point out just a few facts here. You can go over it yourself, and go through it in detail if you like. But anyway, we're just going to point out some things here. Let's see. Okay, I want to try to get to the part where he did talk about Oswald. Okay, here's a question. Question right here. Had you ever known Oswald, Jack? Answer, no. Ever known Oswald before? Never had known him or seen him before. Okay, that was the answer that Jack Ruby gave. Okay. Then it says, you never met him. And then it goes on, never have. My club were all money with so forth, which I don't want to read in the whole thing because I want to make the video real long. So like I said, I'm just going to point out just little spots. Let's see. Okay, here's one. You did not try to sneak in the place, did you? Jack Ruby answers, no, I didn't. Was there anybody at Western Union ahead of you? Jack Ruby answers, yes, one customer. Did you hurry up the people at Western Union? No, I didn't. Okay. This is when he was at Western Union now. Were there other people at Western Union while you were there, Jack? Jack answers, no, I didn't. I don't recall. I noticed only this one customer. Okay. So basically he's not rushing or anything like that. He's just doing a calm, cool, regular day, So, let's see. Then it goes into what he was planning on doing after the assassination. He was talking about going to go see his sister in Chicago and stuff like that, but we're not going to go on all that. Like I said, if you want to, you can come to the site and go over a thing like that if you want to. Okay. But I just want to point out a few things in here because he talks about he normally carried a gun, okay, with him because he always, large sum of money he had with him at the time and all this other stuff because he always carries large sums of money. Talked about his dog that was with him. Then he comes out here at the very end again. He asks almost the same questions again. Okay. Let's see. Wait a minute. Okay, basically he's just going over the same thing he already talked about. He went down and ramp and stuff, stuff like that. Just like, okay, sorry, is just I'm trying to go through this as much as I can, fast as I can. I know I should have picked certain things out, but like I said, I want to do everything in front of everybody so they know I'm not doing this or doing that. Did you know when Oswald was going to be moved, Jack? That was a question asked to him. I'll be honest with you, no. Question again. You had no idea? A, which is the answer for Jack Ruby answering. Later on, I found out that he was supposed to be moved at 10. Later on, that's after he assassinated and shot Oswald and stuff. You were never told by anybody he was going to be moved. Jack Ruby again? No. Okay. And there was another part in here I wanted to look at and point out in this because right here, I'll just read a little part of this because, like I said, there's a lot here and stuff like that. Is there any truth at all to the stories that Oswald had been in your club? None, Jack Ruby answers. None. None whatsoever. It's just a fabrication. Okay. Now, like I said, excuse me, I have to constantly prove myself. Okay. Here is Jack Ruby's deathbed confession. This is where I base my research on. Facts, not a story told in a book. Okay? Like I said, I only pulled out certain parts. I'm sorry it took me a little time trying to go over this real quick, because I didn't want to make the video too long. But I just wanted to point some of this stuff out. And like I said, the description down below is going to be the site. You can visit anytime you want, go over it and stuff. But I just wanted, I wanted to point out some facts. Because every time I turn around, I post a video, someone's going to try and direct me into reading this person's book, that person's book, which one, I don't know how many times I got to keep on repeating myself. I've read all these books. Okay. And I've seen all these books. Okay. I know all their research. Okay. Because when I was doing this investigation, my research, I had to go over their stories as well to find out where the truth sets and what claims have been made and what claims were not made. Okay. Just like when I sit there and went over the babushka lady. Okay. A lot of people's claim that, no one knows who the babushka lady is, which is a fact. No one knows who the babushka lady was. But there was one lady who did claim she was the babushka lady. Okay, I'm going to use this as an example. But however, in her story she tells that she met Oswald at Jack Ruby's place. So a researcher puts this in his book, her testimony. They put it in this film, JFK. Okay. They put it in these films. They put it in these books. Now, from the word go, some years ago, I said, no, this woman can't be the babushka lady because, one, the camera's not the same. The babushka lady's got dark hair. And then when I point all this out, then the stories start changing, revolving around it. Okay. And then turn around. Now, the so-called babushka lady now is using film frames, still film frames, from the Orville Nix film, claiming it was from her film. But they're not from her film. It's from the Orville Nix film, because she really didn't record no film there that day, because the babushka lady had a still frame camera, which is basically just taking regular single individual shots, not a movie camera. Okay, this is a proven fact, because this could be proven in the films, it could be proven in images, because they have close-ups of the babushka lady, which she's a lot older, and everything else, and we can see her face, we can see the camera she has in her hand, we can see her scarf, see her coat, and everything else. Okay, this is a proven fact. But she goes around and tells everybody, hey, she's a babushka lady and stuff like that. And, she's a nice person. Don't get me wrong. She's a nice person. I talk to her. I'm friends with her on Facebook. Probably not after this video is being made. But anyway, it's about the truth. Okay, it's always been about the truth. My research has always been about the truth. Okay, and when I look at a false story, okay, I cannot use that, because like I said, when we look at this babushka lady, and they're going by this testimony of this lady who claims she is the babushka lady, which she's not. Now, what else in that book, what else in that movie, that's not right. Okay, if it's proven fact that she's not the babushka lady, where's her testimony at now? So we're going to take that book now and say, this is the book. Okay. Now, they did the testimonies. Okay. Here's her testimonies. 3 pages long. 3 pages long, her testimonies say. We're just using this hypothetical question. Now, she's proven that she's not the babushka lady. That the babushka lady is totally somebody else. So now we have to take them 3 pages out. We got to rip all 3 of them pages out now. Now, this testimony is not going to back anything else up. So, since this testimony was a false, then this part here is going to be false. This part right here is going to be false. So we're just going to keep on doing false information. That's the reason why I base my research on facts, not false claims or false accusations. That's why I try and explain to people. Just like when I put this out here about Jack Ruby yesterday in the video, they're going to say, oh no, Jack Ruby was snuck in the back door. Cops let him in and stuff. No, in this deathbed confession, he talks about he walked down the ramp. He just walked down the ramp. And as he got to the bottom, Oswald came out and then boom, he shoots him. Okay, he don't know why he did it. He was just too stressed out because he liked the Kennedys and everything else, and his mind just snapped. by just when he's seen Oswald. Okay, so this is not a cover-up. It's not a setup or anything else. It's just people want to take one sentence and add 1,000 more lines to that one sentence and make this whole big story off. You could say one word. Okay, my father always told me this when I was little. Advice he always gives you says, you say one word is all you need to say. And I said, why only one word? He said, because the way people are in nowadays society, you just say one word and they'll take care of the rest. By the time you get done with that one word, you have a book. Okay, so you can start off with one word, and then eventually you're going to have a whole book said about just from that one word you start off with. Okay, my father was a wise man. But anyway, I wanted to prove again, myself again, to prove that Jack Ruby had nothing to do with the assassination of JFK. He didn't have nothing to do with knowing Oswald, because he didn't know Oswald. He shot Oswald out of just pure rage, basically. Okay, and here's his deathbed confession, which I said there's recordings of it, and you can see right here where my cursor is. You can listen to some of that as well right here. Okay, so there's nothing to hide. Okay, there's nothing to hide. But the people wants to keep on putting certain research down, because there's a lot of other people out there that shows good research, just like on the Babushka lady. There's a gentleman out there, I forgot his name at this moment. Yeah, I can't remember right now. But he did a real thorough research on the Babushka lady, and he has a lot of evidence that shows that the person who's claiming she's the Babushka lady, by his evidence, shows you that no, it's not. By my evidence also shows that she's not the Babushka lady. But he goes into more details, okay? He goes into more details. I give him credit on that. If I can remember his name, if I can just remember his name. But anyway, I just want to make this video to prove myself once again about the research that I do, pure facts. The videos I make is pure facts. It's not based on a story. It's not based on, a theory. My research is based on pure fact and pure evidence. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to tell your friends about us. And like I said, I recommend everyone that watches this video to go to this website and go over his deathbed confession in detail. And you'll find out a lot more. Thank you, and have a nice night.